the speed and the time you need for, well, at the end of the day, processing we just spoke about, which has simply gone down from, well, multiple hours to, well, multiple minutes.
So what was the first business challenge that prompted ING to look at AI in the first place?
Well, being a digital bank, where we for 2 decades rely a lot more on digital and a lot less on branches. Mm-hmm. For us, it's obviously incredibly important to have a highly personalized customer experience across our digital channels. So that is first and foremost what we have started to explore and what we keep on exploring. Yeah.
So in your opinion, is AI more useful to retaining new customers or keeping existing customers? Can we make such a distinction whether AI will have more impact on the one instead of the other?
Yeah, it's difficult, and I think it also depends a bit on whether you're a regulated industry or not, and we're obviously highly regulated. So the data we use, we should trust for a full 100%, which probably makes the use cases in the financial industry a bit better for existing customers rather than new. Mm-hmm. But if you operate in a less regulated industry, that difference is maybe less important.
Can you walk me through what ING is doing with AI at the moment?
Well, it's a highly diverse set of use cases. But for example, the use case how to interact with you in your mobile banking app on your daily banking experience. Mm-hmm. And make that a personalized customer experience. So rather than bothering you with all types of generic ads, be really specific and start notifying you about changes in your spending pattern. And obviously that all needs to be on the basis of an opt-in. But on the basis of an opt-in, we can give you a lot of advice on how to optimize your personal finance. And in a wholesale context, that is equally relevant. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, our products are a bit more complicated. So we use it equally so for end-of-day type of processes and on, for example, calculating our risk positions at the end of the day, which is equally important from an own business operations perspective.
So these are 2 front-end applications or front-end use cases in retail and in wholesale. Any back-end applications of AI at this point?
Well, I would say end-of-day processing is still highly relevant, and that's still, as an industry, what we have been successfully hiding towards our customers. But don't forget that a lot of banks, or all banks, started with doing a lot of their processing at the end of the day. For example, calculating your interest. On the back of digital, that has changed. At least that has changed to the extent that from a customer, it looks like, the moment you pay with Google Pay, that, your balance is changed, and that's true. But in the back end, still a lot of the processing is done on end-of-day basis. And for those processes, we obviously need a lot of analytics to do that in an efficient manner and ensure that we're ready by opening of the next day. Yeah.
Have there been any unexpected benefits or, say, pleasant surprises for working with AI technologies that you hadn't expected?
Well, I think the pleasant surprises in Gen AI in combination with a public cloud is the speed and the time you need for, at the end of the day, processing we just spoke about. And which has simply gone down from, multiple hours to, multiple minutes or multiple quarters. And that is a, benefit we were conceptually thinking of when we started on these journeys, but we were still surprised by the extent to which this was truly happening.